at the trade deadline looming and things like this, a lot of people may see you guys don't have a lot of holes. But what are some things you talk with Bob during this juncture of time? The trade deadline is approaching.
If somebody calls, Bob calls me and tells me, hey, so-and-so called, and this is what we talked about. That's kind of how the process works.
Do you feel you have more personnel power or influence than you did when you first got
Me?
here? Yeah.
I don't have any personal power.
Well, I know you can't like make decisions, but do you feel like maybe your voice is heard more than year one?
No, it's the same process. I think the beauty of our arrangement coming in was they didn't want to give me any personnel power, and I didn't want any. And I had seen, I had been a GM. I understood how difficult that job is. I understood how difficult the coaching job is. They're really separate jobs that require one person's full attention. But the communication within the group is key, and you just have to always communicate. But I trust Bob and the scouting department. They've done an amazing job, and I don't interfere.
There are people that have both jobs. I mean, obviously that's speaking. And like, what makes that so hard? I'm basically doing.
Well, I want to win today, and Bob wants to win today and tomorrow, and those things aren't always compatible. And if you're in charge of all that, it gets cloudy, and it's tough to maybe see the forest for the trees. So I just think that this is the best model, and works for us, and that's all that matters.
I think with analytics, what you really see it.
Well, I think people were just starting to hire analytics personnel. We were just sort of figuring out what was important and what wasn't. Analytics is really a fancy word for stats, and it's just that we figured out some ways to quantify what was happening on the floor that went beyond points per game, field goal percentage, all the traditional stats. But there's so much stuff to sort through. Some of it is meaningful and some of it is not. And you have to figure out what's important for you. And that's something that every organization has to go through and figure out on its own.
You know you have your roles, but what's the collaboration with Bob and Josh?
I talk to Bob pretty much every day on the phone, and we talk about anything. Good restaurant in San Francisco, good show on Netflix, a trade, salary cap, State of the Union address, anything. But no, we have a great friendship and a great collaboration.
Yeah.
And, I feel incredibly lucky to work with Bob. I mean, that's the thing I've learned in this league is, as a coach, you are dependent on talent. You have to have talent to win. We all know that. But you also have to have incredible support from your GM and owner, but not just support for you, but support for winning and total commitment to the process of winning and what it takes, and a collaboration where nobody cares who gets the credit. And that's why I love working with Bob and Joe and Peter and Rick. It's like we're in this together, and we're having so much fun working together, and there's no sense of I did this. It's just we're doing this together, and we're going to succeed, we're going to fail, but we're going for it, and we have a full commitment to that process, and it's really fun to be a part of it.
To go back to your office days for a minute, kind of the way
Go back to what?
Your front office days when you were in that chair, like the way the league is set up now, it feels like there's kind of more centers than anybody can really have, and there's not enough wing players, even this era where everybody's trying to play small all the time.
Right.
Do you have any theories as to why there just don't seem to be enough wing players to go around for everybody at this point? Why there's like constantly such a more like crazy guys?
I guess it's just supply and demand. I mean, you think about 6-7 years ago, our roster, we would not That said, we've got 5, 6 centers on our roster. Draymond at a 4, D.West at 4, Looney at 4. Our centers would be Zaza and JaVale and Damian. We have 3 centers. The game has changed so much, and so now you've got 4s that are now 5s, and which means you need 3s that are 4s, and it's an evolving position. And so, can you find guys who can make 3s and defend? That seems to be the name of the game.
Did you find through your experience in Phoenix that more of the coaching dynamic and less personnel fit your character better? Was that the learning experience for you that maybe that wasn't the role that you wanted to take?
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to coach a long time ago, long before I took the GM job at Phoenix. And, I think while I was there, that was confirmed. I enjoyed my time there, and I enjoyed the work. But I like being on the field. I like teaching. I like being on the
Warriors are in a unique situation where they have 3 players who are averaging 20 points a game. Steph, McGee, it's the only trio in the NBA to do that. And they have the last year too. Is that as much about the personalities as it is their talent?
I just think it's about their talent. I think it's they're also gifted, but their talent is not. It's not on ball. It's not just on ball talent. You know, ball dominance. I need the ball, and I pick and roll every time. All 3 of those guys are great without the ball. Steph obviously has the ball in his hands the most out of the 3, but he's perfectly content giving it up and playing off the ball. A lot of times Draymond has the ball and he leads us in assists. So you got 3 guys who are really good at the game without having to dominate the ball. It makes perfect sense that they would all average 20 plus because the ball is going to be spread around.
Does it take some chemistry to do that, some coexisting to do that as well?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it takes unselfishness. It takes some an understanding of that we're better when we share the ball and when we're getting 30 plus assists, and it empowers the whole group. And so I think there's definitely something.
There was a report that LeBron would consider the Warriors in free agency. Would he be a guy who you want to coach?
You're really going to ask that? Do you want me to get my checkbook out and run it? I could just make it out to Adam Silva or to the NBA? Like, you know that's illegal.
Steve, you said that you talked to Bob almost every single day. He mentioned yesterday that even though there was, a not so great game against the Jazz the other day, that he doesn't seem that worried because you guys don't have back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
What do you think it is that propels the guys to just go forward and win without
They're very
losing?
competitive. They're obviously very talented, but they're very competitive. They hate to lose, and in this league, it's impossible to be at your best every single night. But what I love about our group is that when we're not at our best, we take it personally, and we tend to respond really well the next night out. We haven't lost back-to-back games all year. We had a stretch over a 1.5 year period where we didn't lose back-to-back games for, I don't know what it was, 130 something, maybe. You can look that up. That's an incredible feat, given the rigors of the schedule. So very proud of our guys for that, and I fully expect us to come out and compete tomorrow night in Sacramento.
Steve, your bench ranks near the bottom of the league in three-point shooting. Do you expect that to come around, or do you expect the team to potentially add some shooting to the bench?
I think that'll come around. I don't really anticipate doing anything. You never know what's going to happen. But I think shots will go. I think some of it is just the way our team is built. We're pretty top heavy with our three-point shooting. But Nick has shot a good percentage. I haven't given him huge minutes. I know Patty and Andre can shoot it better. So I think some of that will come around. But the numbers like that they're just based more on roster configuration than anything. So it doesn't concern me at all.
But you talk about how Kevin Durant and how he's kind of getting his offense. A lot more of it this year has been through pick and roll isolation. Is that kind of by design? Last year was more transition and spot up. Is that integrating in more of that type of thing?
No. It just happens. It may be because Steph has missed a lot of games. I don't know how many games Steph missed last year. I don't think it was many, but when Steph's out, it changes the dynamics of our team. We tend to go to KD a little bit more. So that might be your answer, but we definitely haven't changed our philosophy or our focus.
Last year you expressed a lot of frustration with the schedule. This year it seems like they kind of answered the call a little bit. Have you been happy with that? The reduced travel time?
Yeah. Schedule's been great. We got a tough one, tough back-to-back tomorrow and Saturday, but that's part of it. But the league's done a great job with the schedule.
This week, generally speaking, like given where you guys are at, what things can someone in the league that is bought out?
Say that again?
The guys who wind up being bought out.
What about?
Yeah, I mean, like generally speaking, like what sort of things do you look for that can help? I mean, just knowing that you guys are obviously.
I'm trying to think if I guess we signed Anderson Varejao a couple of years ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is he our only buyout guy?
I guess Calder and that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's a positional thing. If you think a guy can help, then you look into it, and if not, you don't. It's simple as that.
Hi. Can you talk about, with it being Black History Month, when you think of Black History Month, who's your favorite athlete growing up?
And I would say the time when I really started watching the team was during the Bill Walton era, and I loved Jamaal Wilkes, former Warrior. I loved his shot. I loved how smooth he was. It was a time in my life where I was just wide-eyed watching basketball. It's when I fell in love with the game. And so I'm like, 7 years old, 8 years old, and Jamaal Wilkes is out there doing his thing with Bill Walton, and those years were magic. So I loved Jamaal, because he was actually Keith Wilkes at the time. He became Jamaal. All right.
Thanks, Steve.